What's up, guys? Welcome back. Siempre Humbled Podcast, Season 2, Episode 3. Yeah, Episode 3. My boy, we got a good friend here. Not even a guest, it's just a friend. Someone I'm honored to have. You know, te seguía diciendo que lo íbamos a hacer, and it was like always getting backtracked. Nothing but love, my boy. Pero we got my friend Carlos Alvarado here. If you want to introduce yourself, bro.
Simon. My name is Carlos Alvarado. I've been... Well, how long have we been friends?
I want to say it's going on 4 or 5 years,
4 or 5 years.
Yeah,
to be honest, I don't even know how we became friends. But I guess since the first day we clicked, and, you know.
It was funny. Like, I feel like I kind of remember, like, just starting off this funny. Like, I remember, I think it was at the liquor store, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
At the liquor store, I was with Choche, and then you just said, yo, I'm throwing a party. And Choche said, yeah, you want to go? I'm like, yeah, he's cool. I'm like, if he doesn't mind me having him in there. Because I know some people, cuando traes a gente, they're like, fuck, like, este güey, qué pedo. But since I went, bro, you, your family, todos los que me recibieron siempre me han recibido, atendido chingón, you know, and that's like a good quality that I respect from you and your family, bro. Y pues tus fiestas son otro pedo.
Yeah, well, I try to have a good time, and, you know, I try to be a good party host, and, you know, because I like to have fun. I want you guys to have fun too.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
Pero ese día, at my birthday party...
The funniest thing I remember was you telling me, dude, don't let me drink anymore. Y es cuando apenas me habías conocido, you're just like, bro, like, stop letting me drink. I'm like, dude, what do you want me to do?
Es que ese día me recuerdo bien que fui a trabajar y salía como a las 12 del día. Entonces, y creo que era mero mi cumpleaños, el 5.
Yeah, it was the mero day.
Ajá, entonces salí y I went straight to Torito. Y ahí estaba Choche. And he's, birthday shots. So I didn't eat anything all day. Nothing at all.
I think we had 1800 Cristalino.
Yeah, we did.
Right?
The little shot.
Yeah.
The little shot. So I started drinking since that morning. Y de ahí llegué a mi casa. I started drinking more and more. Ya como... Because the party started outside.
Yes.
And it was during COVID time.
Yeah.
So we had a little beef with one of my neighbors, my next door neighbor.
Yeah.
And it was around, I would say, like 8 o'clock maybe.
Because I don't want to cut you off, but I remember when me and Choche showed up, ustedes ya estaban adentro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
so
guys were already inside.
we had started outside. Y luego the neighbor called the cops saying that there was a gathering, and you know how like we couldn't gather and stuff.
Gathering and all that shit.
So then the cops came, like, what's going on here? And we're like, we're just throwing a party, this and that. It's about to end. And I'm like, okay, cool. No dijeron nada. So then we're like, fuck it, pa que no haga pedos, vamos adentro. So we moved everything to the basement, y de ahí empezó el desmadre.
Bro, that was probably one of the drunkest I've ever gotten.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, me too. I blacked out. I think you carried me. You carried me to my room,
That's what you told me, bro. You're like, hey, stop letting me drink. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I look over, you're taking Remy shots. I'm like, fuck. I told Choche, I'm like, man, bro, this, like, ¿qué hago? And pues everybody was, let him drink. I'm like, all right, cool. Y luego ya cuando you came up to, you were just gone, bro. You're just like, bro, take me to my room. I'm like, and ahí estaba Omar también. I remember just carrying you, and I put you on the bed. And then I think someone from your family came, like, yo, where's Carlos? I'm like, I took him to his bed. He's done, bro.
Yeah, for
Fun times, bro. But yeah, little random moments that we had, how we met, you know. Yeah. It was a good time, you know, and ever since then, it's been nothing but love.
Oh, shit, for
so
sure.
I appreciate that. Es como un hermano. So let's get into it, bro. Start us off. Yo te conocí, pues, 5 cuerdas, bro.
5 cuerdas.
You remember that? Throwback.
Yeah,
música.
throwback. That was 2018.
Yeah, you guys played Smoke Me Out tour?
We did. I think that was like, I would say, like, one of my biggest achievements. And I think everyone who plays, you know, like local groups in the Smoke Me Out tour, it's kind of like, or any big, you know, like tour like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a big thing, you know? And so we started, I think it was 2017.
Okay.
When we started 5 cuerdas. So, en ese tiempo, yo estaba tocando con un norteño. So, se llamaban Fusión Imperial. Creo que eran como que de Maywood eran.
Okay.
Entonces, yo estaba chambeando ahí, y luego my boy Alex my boy Alex Perez. Shout out my boy Alex. And he was with I think Meño Tamalito from Secta. Shout out my boy Tamalito.
Cool ass motherfucker, bro.
Yeah, for sure. It's my brother right there, Simon. And then they were both together. And shout out to my boy Hector too, Hector Flores.
Yeah.
Ellos tenían el grupo, tenían el nombre de Cinco Cuerdas, but they had a different singer.
Okay.
And then, you know, me and my boy Alex, we started in the music industry together. We had Atrevidos de la Sierra. That was in like 2015, 2016. So that was like my first group. So it was me, Alex, and one of my other friends. His name is Gustavo Astudillo. Shout out to him too. And then we had that chemistry. Y luego se deshizo el grupo. And then I started with the Norteño, and then that's when they started with the Cinco Cuerdas. So they had that singer. Y pues, I guess like we jammed out one day, and then they're like, hey, like tell him, you know, if he wants to sing with us, you know. So ahí es donde empezó todo el rollo. So then, de ahí empezó, and as soon as we posted that first video, it was a whole different game. Like it changed everything, bro. And it was crazy because like how do you say it? No, we weren't expecting that, you know.
Okay.
So we just posted it to post it, y
de un día al otro.
Y de un día al otro, everybody started fucking with it. So views, likes, shares, and they were like, and we're like, damn, like we have something good, you know. We have something good going.
Está funcionando.
Simón, aquí. and then after that, well, the rest was history. Then we started getting gigs. We would play a lot in Aurora, porque como Hector es de Aurora.
Okay.
I don't know if he still lives over there, but he had a lot of connections. So he was a little older, you know, than us. So he had played with like Duranguense groups, you know, in his career. And then so he had a lot of good connections. So él nos metió, I would say, La Sierra de Aurora, El Centenario. We would play a lot here in Berwyn, La Aduana. That was like our spot right there. Yeah, that was a spot back then. Aduana, and then what else? We'd play a lot of Mansion. Un chingo de veces tocamos en Mansion. Lo que I miss that spot, to be honest. But now it's a little bit different, you know?
No, es que todo cambia, bro.
Sí.
Ya ahorita, from the outside looking in and just knowing people en lo que hacen esto de la música, es diferente todo, and everybody tells me the same thing.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
From the outside looking in, it looks cool, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yo puedo decir, no, que that shit's fun, pero you really only know que las desveladas, que just random shit, bro, that pops off, like envidia, like just random stuff.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing that Chicago has. Mucha envidia, güey.
Yeah.
Hay mucha envidia pero, you know, everyone's their person. But I feel like if we all, you know, help each other, then, you know, we would make it out some, you know.
So, going back to Cinco Cuerdas for a little bit. Who got you guys into Smoke Me Up? ¿Cómo funcionó todo ese rollo de que were you like starstruck cuando te dijeron? Like they want you guys to play Smoke, or did you guys know about it, or was it just random?
So basically, el que manejaba todo el grupo fue Hector.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we didn't really have that much knowledge in the group or the music industry as he did. We didn't have the connections he had, you know? So he would talk a lot to some promoters, to big promoters. Y pues a ese entonces, cuando Smoke Me Out Tour came, ya estábamos pegando machín. So, ya estábamos pegando machín. Y I don't know where, like, we had a group chat, right? And I don't know where, like, Hector was like, hey, like, I got some good news, you know? And I was like, what's up? And then he sent us the flyer of the Smoke Me Out Tour. And we were there. Our logo was there. And I was like, damn, like, low-key, I think it was junior year in high school. He sent us that shit in the morning, plena mañana, bro. That shit made my day, low-key. And then we were like...
You were in school all geek.
We were like a kid in Christmas, you know, Christmas morning, you know. So that's how we got it. And then that whole day, low-key, was fun. We were there, creo que comenzó como a las... Shit, I would say like 6 p.m. We got there, and that day we met Fuerza Régida. Pero pues ellos apenas, that was the first Smoke Me Out Tour,
Radicamos en South Central.
Radicamos en South Central, you know. So we met them. We actually took a picture with them and stuff. And it was funny because that whole day, like people thought that we were
a part of Rancho Humilde.
Yeah. So because we had like the suits and everything. I don't know if you remember the gold suits.
Los trajes.
The gold suits. So we had those. So everybody was like coming up to us. Oh, let's take a picture. Oh, como les gusta Chicago, and we're like, what the fuck, you know?
Aquí somos.
Yeah. But we didn't want to, we were just playing the role, whatever.
Yeah, you're just like, let's take these pictures, let's get our name out there, they're gonna look us up y todo eso.
And it was funny. It's a good memory that I'll never forget, and I know my boy Meño's never gonna forget that too. So this lady came up to us, and then she was on FaceTime with one of her kid or whatever. And then she was like, mira, mijo, aquí, adivina dónde estoy. Aquí estoy con el grupo que te gusta mucho, blah, blah. And she's showing the camera to us. And then all we hear is her son is like, Maki and son. And I was like, no.
You're like, damn, bro. You could at least played along. Like,
yeah, like chingón. Me and Meño and Alex, we were dying laughing, bro.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, y también my boy Jesus Ornelas.
Yeah.
He went with us.
Yeah?
Yeah, like all my music career, he's always been,
ahí apoyando contigo.
Simón.
Yeah.
So he was like our little, with Cinco Cuerdas, he was like our staff, you could say,
Yeah.
So, and he would always be with us. En las desveladas. Y ese güey se iba a trabajar the next morning on Sunday. Se iba a trabajar. So desvelada y luego a trabajar, Shout out to him though.
Yeah.
And then, so that day, creo que se acabó como a las 11.
Yeah.
11. Y ese día sí hubo, there was a lot of fights because they were throwing bottles, everything. I have videos and
Puro
shit. Puro desmadre. Because when El de la Guitarra came out, that's when everybody started like acting up and stuff. And I mean, he came out at like 8, so everybody was drunk and stuff, And then that's how we got into the Smoke Me Out Tour. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's a good story to have, bro. I mean, not many people can say that they did something like that, bro. Y pues, like, besides all that, knowing you personally, and I know, like, you love Luis Miguel.
Oh, for sure.
So that's like, you're like, so it's like, usually when I ask people, ¿quién te agarró en la música? Ariel Camacho, like, banda, stuff like that. But cuando yo me enteré, like, tú, like, Luis Miguel, it's different, but it's cool.
Yeah.
So, was that, like, part of your parents? Or is that what got you en que te dijiste, yo quiero cantar?
No, ¿sabe qué? So the reason why I wanted to do music, because I come in a family, todas mis familiares son músicos.
Okay.
So mi padrino le gusta el rock. So I started like I would always be at my padrino's house, and they have my two cousins, pues, Carlos and Joy. Y también ellos, they were always in the music, but they were rock, puro rock. Ellos se dedicaban a rock. So they had guitars, electric guitars, acoustic, they had piano, they had everything, every instrument. So like, I would say like, pues toda my childhood, pues.
You were around music.
I was around music, and I was always at their house, so I would always listen to them play music, and I would be like, hey, like, teach me, like, I know I don't teach. Like, I don't know that much, but can you teach me?
Quiero enseñarme.
And then, me enseñaban, pero como que se enfadaban,
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it, Pero sí, de lo que me enseñaban, yo sí aprendía. And then my brother, he was in the mariachi in Morden. Entonces, there would always be a guitar at home too,
Okay.
So I would always see him play, like, and practice in his room and stuff. So I already had ya tenía como el oído para música. So, since little. So then, that's how I started music. And then Ariel Camacho came out. And I would listen to like Miguel y Miguel, because that was like the first, before Ariel Camacho.
Las guitarras,
de las guitarras, Simón.
Todo eso, yeah.
So Miguel y Miguel, I would listen to them, And then Ariel Camacho came out. And like the first song I heard was El Karma. And I was like, damn, like what the heck was that,
Yeah.
Y luego, I think that was freshman year. freshman year, that's when he came out. He blew up. He sacó su disco. Yeah, he was that guy, you know. So he blew up. He was supposed to come to Chicago to Rancho 57. And I remember telling my mom, I was like, hey, like, me deja ir, you know, like, all these friends are going, like, let me go, you know, this is like my idol, you know?
Yeah.
Y ese entonces como que todavía no sabía tocar mucho. So then I was like, no, déjeme ir. And she was like, okay, te compro tu boleto. The next day, he died. I was like, no way, bro.
It was just like a shock, right?
Yeah, everybody was shocked. And I remember that the next day in school, everybody was like bumping to this music, blah, blah. So then I was like, damn, so like, if he could do it, you know, I could do it too.
Yeah.
So then I started going on YouTube. And YouTube, muchos músicos que conozco aprendieron en YouTube. Ellos self-taught everything. So I started YouTubing stuff and videos, how to play, blah, blah. Y poco a poco sí le agarré la onda. And then I would say I learned how to play everything, all the chords and everything in like 3 months.
Sí.
In 3 months.
Pues ya tenías el oído, pues.
Sí. So it wasn't like something that was new, you know?
Yeah.
So le agarré la onda, and then that's when Atrevidos came. And I think I was like 2015 to 2016.
Yeah.
That's when Atrevidos came. I would always hang out with my boy Alex. And también who taught me the most, and I have to give him some props and some thank yous, is the Isaías and Ismael, the twins. Los cuates. Bro, since in Unity, and Javi Bustos.
Yeah.
So it was always me, Javi, Ismael, and Isaías. Every day after school, we would go, because they had everything. Because they were always in a group, you know, since they were little. So they had everything in their place. They had guitars, everything to jam, you know?
Yeah.
So every day we would go. Like, I was never home, bro. I was never home. I don't even know how my parents allowed that, but, you know, I was never home. But, I mean, they knew I was in it.
I guess they saw que no estabas en malos pasos, but you were doing something
that I like.
Algo bueno que
sí.
Le gusta, y que somos nosotros like para prohibirle eso con que estén buenos pasos.
Yeah. So every day after school, we would go jam. And sometimes, like, we would, like, skip school, you know, just to go jam and stuff.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, because they taught me a lot too. And my boy Aiden Estrada. Por ahí un saludo. So they taught me a lot. And then that's when Atrevidos came. And then there wasn't really any sirreños like that. Nomás eran los Orejones y luego la Plaga de la Sierra. And I could tell you that I learned a lot from Plaga de la Sierra. Shout out Plaga de la Sierra también. I learned a lot from them. Like, I learned how to sing from them. Like, I think the way I learned how to sing was from copying, like, you know, them, or like
la voz,
just jamming to their music, pues. So that's así se me fue desarrollando la voz. And then Edward is that. He's that guy, bro. He's that guy. Ese güey es... Mi respetos para él. Yeah, es otro pedo, mi compa. Yeah. Shout out Edward. Otro pedo, mi compa. Yeah. And then... So then that... I learned from them. Y luego... Pues empezó Atrevidos. And I could tell you that we had work. I don't know how. We weren't even that good. Nomás we just, you know... Sacamos unas cuantas songs. Blah, blah, but we had work, bro. That was like one of the first, I would say, because not my first job, pero like it was like that time when I was like, damn, like this is what money feels like. This is what money is.
Your first income-based thing.
Yeah.
So like, algo.
So we had work, bro, like a lot. And I was the one driving at like 15, you know, no license, no nothing. I would carry My dad me prestaba la minivan, put everything in there, fucking drive like an hour away, 40 minutes, you know? Fuck it. We got the job done. And
todo lo que sea por el sueño.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's cool, bro. I mean, que tus parents se ven que siempre te han apoyado, right?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Siempre.
I think my first instrument was bass because I started playing bass. My mom bought me that bass. So I started playing bass and Atrevidos, that's what I played. I played and sang at the same time. And then she bought me a requinto. But I know how to play requinto, but I'm not like the best, you know?
O sea, sabes, pero...
Yeah, sé sacar música y todo, pero nunca me enfoqué en el requinto. So I would always sing, you know? So then after that, creo que Atrevidos was like from 2015 to like half of 2017.
Yeah.
So it was a good stretch. Y luego ya es cuando salió Cinco Cuerdas. And then I think that lasted like a year, güey.
Yeah, right.
Como un año. It lasted about a year. Y luego, pues ya sabes que grupos, you know, they're not always perfect.
Van y vienen
and like
the little
discussions,
here and there,
yeah. So primero se salió my boy Alex. So then he would play armonía. And then se salió él. So then I was playing armonía.
Yeah.
And singing at the same time. So then luego entró, creo que ya estaba Adiel, my boy Adiel from Reserva. Shout out my boy Adiel too. And creo que ya estaba con nosotros también. Y I could tell you that for sure, that mis respetos para él, because I learned a lot. Porque yo no animaba, güey. And todas my music career before that, yo nunca animaba. We would play a song y quiet.
O sea, like more crowd involvement.
Yeah. So like I didn't know how to, you know, and I was still kind of shy, you know. And when Adiel came in the picture with Cinco Cuerdas, like he was like, hey, like blah blah blah, you know, like he was, you know, taking shots with the crowd, and I was like, damn, like he's getting us, you know, known more, you know.
Sí,
because creo que en un grupo tiene que haber eso.
El
ambiente y tienes que ver cómo puedes alterar how do I say? Alterar pues la gente, pues, you know?
Como decir, compa, sáquela a bailar y ya uno empieza a bailar y que ya, like, es como yo digo, pues, it's your job end of the day y pues si uno te contrata, tú los quieres animar, cause you, like, y luego pues ahí se va stretching y casi the word of mouth que agarre estos morros apenas van empezando, pero ahí la tienen.
Yeah, for sure. So I learned a lot from him, just watching him. So, like, you know, íbamos con el grupo y luego pues more disagreements, you know, happen y luego se salió Adiel. And then se salió Adiel, and then that's when me, Tamalito, Meño, and Hector, y creo que estaba my boy Woody from Secta también. We had him as tuba for Cinco Cuerdas. Shout out my boy Woody. So it was just us four. And then I wasn't feeling it, you know, no more. So I was like, hey, like, you know, like...
Yeah.
You know, thank you for everything, bro. But I wanna do my own stuff, you know. So then Meño was like, pues yo me voy contigo, bro, you know. So he shout out to him too, cause you know él nunca me dejó, you know. So yo, Meño y creo que my boy Woody también se salió. So that's when Cinco Cuerdas ended. So then we started practicing with Meño, Alex, and Woody.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a name yet. And we had a pretty good thing going, you know? So we didn't have a name yet. So we would always be together, like, every day. Every day we would jam, every day. Like, we had no life, you know? Like, well, that was our life, you know?
Yeah.
So we would always be there every day together, just driving around, jamming, going, I don't know where we would go eat and stuff, you know? So then we would jam a lot in Alex's house. We were like, damn, like, we're thinking about names y nada nos salía, nada. And then Alex's mom was like, pues, ¿por qué no se llaman Los Vagos? Since you guys are always out, siempre andan de vagabundos. And I'm like, damn. You know, I was like, damn, that's a badass name. Nobody has that shit over here. So then we're like, damn, okay. So then we took another drive and we were thinking about it. And then I was like, Vagos de Chicago. And then that's when it clicked.
Everybody was like, yeah, let's do it.
And then I was like, yeah, let's do it. So then we started practicing a little bit more. Compramos más equipo and stuff. So then we took our group pictures, low-key, those group pictures. Shout out my boy Fry. Those group pictures, Otro pedo, bro. Otro
Fire.
pedo. Yeah, we had the little like not the blazers, the bomber jackets, but we had like the with red roses, and it was badass, bro. Y Fry se la rifó, güey, con esa también. Yeah. So and we looked like at that time the wave was like not tumbado, but like Cosas de la Clica was like a one of the biggest songs that was
¿Cómo se llama? Corridos Verdes.
Yeah, basically.
Stuff like that. Como que estaba empezando lo tumbado, pero it was still Corridos Verdes. Yeah.
So then our picture looked like, like we're about that, like the Corridos Verdes style,
Yeah.
So then that's when everybody, was fucking with us. Y I think we dropped one song. It's called la del Chili Willy, güey. Y con esa, güey, arrancó todo el pedo de los vagos, güey. And we took out that song. Y otro pedo. We were just getting work after work, bro. And low-key was a blessing, güey. Creo que es Los Vagos duró, I would say, like, from like 2019 to like 2021. So it was a good stretch, like 2 years. And I think Alex se salió primero. So then I was like, damn, like, we didn't know what to do, because we didn't have anybody else. And that's when Jesus was with us too. And Jesus, so like he was always with us. So at parties, he would just be standing there, And then like I always took care of like when getting paid, but I always don't have time,
Yeah.
So I was like, let me teach him something, because I can't always do everything.
Yeah.
So then that's when Jesus was there, and I was Jesus, like, you wanna be, set up the sound. I'll teach you, set up the sound and be our manager. So he was like, yeah, I'm down. Just teach me, So then he would set up the sound. Y luego, when we were about to be like 5 minutes done with the gig, I'll be like, Jesus, go get paid.
Yeah.
And I would tell him how much and this and that. And then he was like, cool. So then he would go get paid. And then if they wanted another hour, like, él se encargaba de eso,
Yeah.
So like, hey, like, if you want another hour, it's going to be this much, blah, blah. So then there's one time, I think we played here in Cicero. And the guy wanted the third hour for cheap, for less. But I was like, no, like, like.
Es lo que cobramos.
Es lo que cobramos. And then I told Jesus, I was like, no te rajes, güey. No te rajes. You got it, güey. So then I see them like talking and discussing, in the corner. And then the guy comes back and he's like, hey, güey, I see why you have this guy as your manager, güey. Este güey no se raja, güey.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, you have to respect, our job, because we're losing time with our families, with, our daily life.
Para estar aquí con ustedes.
Yeah, exactly. So then, I'm going to fast forward. Se salió Alex. Y luego, me and Meño were like, damn, what the fuck are we going to do? Y es cuando, en ese entonces, I think it was like 2020 or 2021, is when Grupo Secta was coming up. And then Meño was like, hey, like, well, to be honest, because yo ya había dicho que I was done with music.
O sea, dijiste hasta aquí.
So I was like, fuck it, like, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Yo se me agüité, and I was like, damn, like, what am I gonna do, And then I told Meño, I was like, hey, like, go ahead, whatever you want to do, I'm done with music. And I think I was gonna be like, no, yo dije que I was gonna go get my CDO and stuff. So then Meño was like, okay, cool, So that's when Secta lo agarró a Meño. So then I think that was around like September time in I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021. I think it was 2021.
I think it was 2021, bro.
Yeah. So they were practicing and they were uploading music. Y esos güeyes fueron los que pegaron, güey. Like,
bro,
one video y pum. Pegaron, güey. Machín, güey.
I remember.
And I'm like, damn, like, these guys go crazy, way crazy. And so that's when Secta started and Meño went. So then it was just me. So I'm like, damn, like, and I took a break, way. I took like I want to say like a year break.
Yeah.
But low-key, that was like the hardest year that I've had,
Yeah.
Because coming from always being and doing music and always being at gigs to doing nothing. and staying home, and and it was just, for me, it wasn't, like, it wasn't, no estaba acostumbrado, pues.
Yeah, because you're like, tengo toda mi vida haciendo esto. It was just a drastic change que tú dijiste, vergas. When you kind of just sat back and reflected, right? Like,
yeah. So then that's when I was like, I didn't have a job. I didn't have nothing, bro. And I was like, damn, like, what am I gonna do? So then I got low key, like, if you ask me if I was depressed, if I've ever been depressed, yeah, I think that year.
En ese instante te pegó.
Yeah, me pegó, güey, because it's like, damn, like, I see, not que yo celo a people or like what they do, but seeing everybody like doing music and always at gigs, like, you know, I'm like, damn, like, what the fuck, So then sometimes, like, because I was always out at clubs, and my girl, I would always take my girl too. So then when that happened, cuando me salí de la música, I was depressed. I didn't even want to go to like clubs anymore. Because I was like,
I'm so used to being on stage. I'm so used to...
Yeah. I'm not used to being on the floor,
other side.
Yeah. And I was like, I think I'm going to get more upset if I go.
Porque vas a decir, that should have been me up there.
Exactly.
If I would have kept going. Like,
exactly.
Así, cosas así.
Yeah, exactly. So then my girl was like, whatever, So then I took that break. And then I went to Antigua one day. And I've always been close with Jesus Alvarado from 24K. I've always been close with him. And before, when Vagos first started, like, he would hit me up, like, hey, like, let me manage you guys, We're like, no, like, we're good. Thank you, though, So then I went to Antigua one day, and then he was like, hey, like, what happened with Vagos, And I was like, oh, well, fuck it, like, it didn't work out, it didn't work out. And then he was like, and then he was like, that would have never happened if you were with me. And then I was like, damn, it kind of hit me. And I was like, okay. So then I started talking to him more. Yeah, we went out to dinner. And that's when me and Jesus clicked. And that's when Vago started again. So he was like, I'll help you find someone, some people. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. So then, así duró como un mes of just looking and looking. Y ya, he calls me one day. He's like, hey, I found a requinto. And I was like, bet, when can we jam? He's like, no más que no es de aquí, güey. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, ese es Tijuana. And I'm like, damn, like Tijuana? So he's like, yeah, look him up. This is his Instagram, blah, blah. So then I looked him up, and mi respeto. So he was like the one of the best.
Jamming.
Yeah, one of the best requinto players I've played with. His name was Mateo from TJ. Shout out my boy Mateo. And then so we started playing. It was just me and him though. It was just me and him. And we played, I think it was, I would say we got him around 2021, como por septiembre también. Por septiembre. So Septiembre, Agosto. No, I think it was August. So we got him in August. And then we got him in August. Y nomás éramos nosotros dos. And then Jesus would be like, okay, like, this guy's gonna go help you in 2 word bass. Okay, this and that. So it was just us two, And then we're like, damn, like, So then one month of him being in the group, he was like, last minute, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go to Tijuana for a couple months till like January. Nah. I was like, whoa, what the heck? So we couldn't, hold him back or whatever. So we're like, damn, like, what the heck am I gonna do now? Pero no me rajé, no me agüité, güey. So I was like, all right, cool, I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I did, güey. I would always hit up people, like, so Jesus would get us a lot of, mis respetos para él, porque our agenda was always booked, because, Jesus knows a lot of people, and a lot of people know him. So, and he's like one of the, the biggest promoters here, too. So that's how we got a lot of work too. So then he started getting his work, but we're like, hey, like, we don't have anybody, it's just me. So for like 3 months, we pulled up people out of our ass, bro, and we got the jobs done, the gigs done. So we would like message like 5 requintos, 5 tuba players, 5 bass players at the same time, and whoever, you know, we picked whoever, you know, and then that's how we got the gigs. Every weekend was the same. So it was a really, like, it was fun, but it was stressful, you know, at the same time, because, like, yo nunca le he quedado mal a la gente y me iba como ver mal en mi persona si le caiga mal, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, nah, like, I have to get these gigs done, you know? So then we did that till he came back in January. He came back y a darle. I think it was 2020 was when Secta started. 2020.
I think so.
Porque 2021, I stayed a whole year with Vagos, but with the new Vagos. So I think 2020, in like September or August, es cuando empezó Secta. Right?
Yeah.
So then that's when, you know, the first Vagos ended. Y luego 2-3 months, yeah, y ahora sí ya entrando January, it was 2021, yeah.
So you can say you've had a crazy music career, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Y, I mean, nomás me agüité esa vez, but then I was like, you know, fuck it, let's keep going, a ver qué, you know, and I think lo más bonito es que llegues con un grupo que no es tu grupo, güey, así como when I just pull people out of my ass, y que te digan, damn, you guys are raw, you know? So it's kind of like, damn, like, you know, like...
You're like, no practice, no nothing, we just got together, let's jam,
blah, blah. Yeah, and like people would tell us like, hey, like, ¿cuánto llevan juntos? And we're like, oh, like a day.
Like a little...
These 2 hours.
Like 3 hours, you know, beforehand, bro.
Yeah. And we never practice, we never. Yeah. So we just pull up and play. And I think, you know, that's... Chicago has a lot of good musicians, you know? Yeah, and shout out to everybody that's chingándole, you know? Because this ain't easy, you know? People think it's easy, but nah, you miss a lot on your life, on your personal life, your family, you know? So yeah,
I mean, like, speaking on that, how long have you been with your girl now, bro? Like, dating before you guys got engaged. I don't want to like skip ahead.
We started talking in 2018. So after we graduated, actually, so I met her and I met her junior year.
Yeah.
In my high school that we used to go to. I went to Kennedy because I went to Morden. Y luego I transferred to Kennedy because we moved to Chicago. So then I met her junior year, pero no, like, it was just like a hi and bye, let me get your snap, and that's it.
Ahí murió.
So yeah, I murió. So then, like, I would always see her, you know, like in school and
Siempre te gustó.
Yeah. You could say that.
Yeah.
So then 2018, ya cuando nos íbamos a graduar, güey. You know how, like, senior year, like, before you graduate, you practice on the stage, you know, and all that stuff, you know? So you'd get together.
Yeah.
And I would always be, like, my group of friends in Kennedy way was all girls.
Oh, yeah?
All girls way. All girls. So I would always sit in lunch with girls, everything. I would always do everything with, you know, with...
Yeah.
But not, like, in that way, you know?
Not like in a mujer, but you just got along with them.
Yeah,
you were cool
like
with them
they were cool, you know? So shout out
homegirls type girl.
Yeah. So then that's how... Shout out Esperanza, because my friend Esperanza, because she kind of got me and my girl talking, you know?
Oh, yeah?
During those weeks, those last weeks of school. So then we would always sit together in the auditorium. Yeah, we started talking, and then Esperanza was gonna leave to Mexico. I think after we graduated, and then I was like, oh, like, I'm gonna go say bye to her, you know? You wanna come? So she was like, yeah, cool. But, like, my girl's never been, like, before she met me, like, she was never, like, the person to be out. She was a very studious person.
Okay.
She was never, like, to go out, you know, like that. So, like, she was kind of scared to ask her mom, you know? So then she asked, y pues la dejaron, you know?
Yeah.
And after that day, you know, I started, you know, our love life.
Your journey, the love life.
Yeah.
¿Y what was her reaction, like, cuando se estaban conociendo? You're like, soy músico. Did she look at you like a way, like, así, like...
I think everyone thinks that, you know.
Mujeriego.
Yeah, mujeriego, you know, blah, blah, blah. Which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, you know.
La fama.
La fama.
Carga uno, yeah.
Pero I think, you know, all my music career, like, I was always around that, you know. So I think people think that because you're young, like, you haven't lived your whole life. But I feel like I kind of lived my life, you know. So then at around like 18, like, I was kind of done with like being, you know, a mujeriego, you know.
Yeah,
so
mujeriego / party scene, because you lived through it already.
Yeah, exactly. So like I always say, like, when I was like 14 to like 18, I was 21, you know. So we would always party, you know, like every weekend, like you know. So that life was kind of like already lived, you know. So people who didn't have that freedom turning 18 to like 21 is like when they had that, you know.
Es cuando ellos dijeron quiero revelarme and stuff like that. I mean, it's like everybody says, like me yo también, like once high school finished y pues perdí peso y todo el desmadre. I got that freedom.
Yeah.
I got that freedom at 19 to 20, and I was wilding, bro. I was home late nights, and now like cuando me ven a mí and you want to do this, I did all that already.
Yeah.
Yo ya sé el ambiente que es, y pues conociendo a tu tía, conociendo a Isidro, a los músicos, I know que donde quiera que voy va a haber desmadre. Because they're going to be like, yo, Alex, pues vente pa' acá. Like, yo, you know, te conozco. It's always a fun time, but you kind of just reevaluate it, and you're just like, once in a while, it's cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Pero, yeah, bro, I mean, props to you guys. You guys, es la definición de una pinche historia de amor, bro. Not to sound cheesy and shit like that, pero pues de lo que yo he visto y vivido con ustedes yendo a fiestas, se ve que se llevan a toda madre, bro.
Like...
And she looks like she's a big support in everything that you do, you plan on doing, y todo eso.
Yeah, for sure. She's always, you know, I could consider her as, you know, my life partner, my best friend, you know, everything, you know, everything that, you know,
that you look for in a person, you found.
That's her, you know.
You found it.
Yeah, since day one, bro. Like, since day one, it's been like, how do you say it? Well, it's been like a good journey, you know.
Yeah. And
we've always clicked. We're basically, you know, like the same person, you know, like we could be goofy together, you know, like, you know. So we have that trust, and I think to have a good relationship, you need that trust, you know, like I could go out and she won't be tripping, you know, like she won't be blowing up my phone, you know.
Or you can be like, you know, I have a gig, and she knows you're at a gig, so she has that confianza en ti que tú nunca quebraste, que she knows you're at a gig till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
As opposed to, let's say que le quebres la confianza, that trust never comes back.
Exactly.
In a relationship, ya cuando rompes esa confianza, whether it's a guy or a girl, ahí muere. I feel like that's when you're just like, all right.
Yeah. Because
it's better off just
parting ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I trust her. You know, she could go out with her friends. You know, I know she won't do anything. You know? So I think that's why we've lasted so long, and that's why we decided to get married too. Because I mean, you know, we have to respect one another, and you know, that's how you get far. You know, and I think I always say that a good woman is what a man needs, you know? Exactly.
Like, you only get as far as someone who believes.
Because you don't want, you know, like I don't have anything against people that go out and stuff, and like, you know, like girls, así pues.
Yeah.
Que, you know, I'm young and I'm gonna live my life, you know? Yeah, okay, cool. You know, you could do that, but if you could come home, you know, and, you know, be loyal, basically.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what matters.
Because this generation's all fucked. If we're being honest with.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know, like everywhere, like.
Why do you think that, though?
For me, I just feel like personally, I just feel like everybody just wants to, like, one up another. Or everyone just wants to have so, like, siempre he dicho, bro, and maybe it might come around, but you know how they always be like, there's always going to be, like, a better girl and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of motherfuckers, like, they have a good girl, pero nomás porque una morra que no les va a ofrecer nada en su puta vida, pero porque está buena, they just want to get that respect, and they lose a good girl.
Oh, yeah.
Y después ya tienes esa fama.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just fucked up because we live in a social media world. We have to look happy in social media. Mm-hmm. If we're not happy in social media, you're not happy. As opposed to, like, let's say you don't really post anybody, her friends are gonna be like, oh, he's hiding you because he has somebody else.
Yeah, for sure.
I just feel like it's a lot of, like, que la gente se mete que no sabe.
Yeah.
Like I always said, for me, like when my friends are in a relationship, cool, yo respeto todo, whatever they go through is like, I can't intervene because yo no vivo ahí, yo no sé la situación.
Mm-hmm.
If they ask for my advice, I'll give it, pero yo, I'm gonna be like, hey, you guys handle it as long as both of you guys are good. Hey.
Yeah, for sure.
Why do you think that is? Why do you... Tú viendo los... Tú estando en la escena de música, I'm sure you've seen some shit that you can't talk about. Seen like a lot of...
For sure.
Seen a lot of shit. Why do you think it is que it's so hard for people to stay in a relationship, or it's so hard for people to trust? Or why do you think people just like to wild out, bro? Like así como que decir, quiero ser ese mujeriego. I want to be that person.
I feel like for guys, it's always going to be for clout. You know, like you said, you want the respect, you know, you want that, you want to be seen like, oh, like this nigga gets bitches, you know?
Yeah, you're going to be like, damn, bro, you see who this guy was with?
Uh-huh.
And they're going to be like, yeah, bro. It's like, damn, bro, like, you hit that. Y pues, your mind is like, yeah, I'm a guy, you know, you're going to be like, yeah, I did.
Uh-huh. So, like, I think, like, because of that, and I just feel like it's a new era, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on in the world, like, you know, like... OnlyFans and all that stuff, you know, all that,
bro.
So I feel like, y también like, I think girls are like, they think they don't need a man in their life, you know, which is fine, you know. Like I respect, you know, women that you make it on, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, cada quien su rollo.
Exactly. Pero I feel like a man and a woman are always gonna, you know,
like a good partnership.
Exactly. So I mean, that's how God made us, you know. That's what God made us to do, and so I feel like having a good team is how you get places and how you get out there, you know, successful, pues.
Es como tú dices, like a lot of people can be like, man, you married too young.
Exactly.
But it's like tú quién eres para opinar, like you don't know everything they've...
Exactly. You don't know my life, you know?
Exactly. Like, you know, like cuando tú me dijiste, you know, I was happy. There's a lot of hating motherfuckers that be like, oh, bro, no mames, como que, bro, eres músico, like you could get any girl you want. As opposed to a real friend's gonna be like, you know, I'm happy for you, bro. ¿Qué puedo hacer por ti? ¿Qué ocupas? So you always gotta be that friend, like, know, like, ponte pilas. Like, if you're really my boy, it's like, you know, ponte pilas, güey. Like, you know, stuff like that. And then you guys are also having a kid. But that's what I'm saying. Tu historia, güey, is like... Es lo que yo, like, me... I'm older than you, obviously. Pero es algo que yo quiero encontrar. Maybe right now. Ahorita no. Because I'm just so focused on this. And I got a lot of stuff going on. And that's okay, too. Like, I tell people all the time. I feel like honesty is your best key. Let's say I meet a girl and then she'll be like, oh, like, I'm looking for this. And I'll tell her, you know, I don't have time for it right now. I kind of want to go out. I want to interact. I want to socialize. Estoy haciendo esto del podcast. Y si ella no entiende, cool. No se hizo.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta just communicate.
Yeah,
just let them know what you're trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think, communication is one of the first things that needs to be set in a relationship, you
established.
know? Like, you know, not you know, every couple's not it's not perfect, you know? No one's perfect. I know me and my wife, we fight, you know, almost, you know, not every day, but we have not like fight, you know, but we have our little arguments and, you know, pero at the end of the day, what matters is when we're laying down, about to go to sleep, and it's like, hey, like, you know, like, thank you for everything you do, you know. At least me and my wife do that every day.
Yeah.
Like, we do say, you know, thank you, you know.
What you're thankful for.
Exactly. And I've always believed in God.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been around God and stuff like that, like church-wise. But, like, I think now it's like we've let God take over, you know, like our life kind of, you know.
O sea, como que dices, lo que Dios quiere es lo que va a pasar.
Yeah, lo que Dios quiera. We started, you know, not that we didn't believe, but like, okay, like, you know, our baby was, you know, God sent us that, you know, like everything that happens in our lives is like, damn, like, thank you, God, you know. And I think that's what a lot of people need, you know. They need to be close to God, either whatever God you believe in,
whatever
you know,
religion,
whatever religion. Like, I believe like it's a beautiful thing, and that's how you keep going, and that's how your life stays sane, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And I know a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that, no están acostumbrados, but once you find that, it's gonna be like, you're not gonna worry as much as how you did before, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and what people don't realize about like God, and like I said, everybody has their own religion. Everybody believes what they believe. Me también, yo crecí en ese environment where, like, I kind of backed away from it because pues, te gusta la party phase, you know, you're like stuff like that. But now you just kind of put manifestation and speaking it into existence. Pero también, like, what I realized as a person is getting older is cuando algo malo te pasa, that's God's way of telling you that wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be depressed, como eso de la música, you know, that year, maybe that year wasn't for you, or like even relationship-wise or lo que sea, it just wasn't for you at the time, or maybe it's not for you.
Yeah.
And you gotta realize que pues, lo que viene va a venir mejor.
Simón.
Like,
yeah, yo siempre digo que si, like, if it didn't happen, it wasn't meant to be.
Exactly.
So I think that's what gotten me farther in life too, you know, because if the music didn't work out, then okay, continue, you know. There's a lot more stuff you could do, you know.
Oh, yeah, bro.
A lot more stuff. And I think that's what people need to be more open-minded and have more goals for themselves, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like how when you said, because I think we've talked before, like on the personal level, and like, oh, like, what do you want to do? You know, I asked you and you're like, oh, like, I want to do this podcasting. And, you know, I was like, you know, do that shit, you know, like, do it. Because, you know, a lot of people say that you're going to do it, but you don't end up doing it. But I think it's because the hardest thing to do is to start.
It is, bro.
It is.
It is. And, you know, pues, me, luckily, I'm grateful to have people like you that give me that support, or people like Isidro, people like Alexis, people that I can hit up y que hasta ellos me dicen, you know, whenever you need anything, bro. It's a good feeling.
Yeah,
it's a good when we can do mutual things where I don't expect nothing from you guys or, you know, stuff like we're just helping each other out.
Yeah, for sure.
It's cool when someone from, like, you guys would smoke me out, bro. Like, yo no te conocía en esa instancia. Like, I was just getting into the Mexican music y todo eso. But, like, it's cool to say, like, you know, my boy played that Smoke Me Out. I'm never going to hate. If I was another músico, man, fuck that guy just because he had connections. Es lo primero que pienso.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Él conoce a gente. Yeah, bro, but that's how you open doors for yourself, bro.
Exactly.
And I'm going to take you with me. You know, it's like the podcast, this shit's hard, bro. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot, you know, like, shit, my producer, stuff that people don't see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, bro, like, why don't you get this person on? You know, like, it's easy to say, like, yeah, I want to have this person on, but everyone's schedules are different.
Oh, yeah.
Like, one person that I want to have on, that I talk to, Secta. I have a lot of artists, bro, that, like, word of mouth, pues. I'm actually... This episode's going to drop and it's going to be like a couple weeks after this. But I'm actually I might, Jose Camargo and Proeza.
Okay,
they hit me up today. Que quieren hablar, they're going to be at Langostinos.
Orale.
So they told me, like, pull up, we want to talk to you about something. So now when I go out, like, people tell me you're always out. I love to have fun, bro. Me gusta el desmadre y todo. But now I just kind of pick up to see where I can make those connections where it's like, yo, you know, I got this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I was at Langostinos recently too, and el accordion player de Vanguardia.
Okay,
we shared
Tony.
Shared information, bro.
Simón.
I'm like, even if it's not Vanguardia, like, come on, bro. Like, I would love to have you on. Like, it's just the little stuff. I see is what matters to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, bro.
I think that's how, exactly like you said, that the little stuff puede abrirte una puerta más grande.
Exactly, because you don't know who they know, or like you don't know who's gonna reach out to you. You don't know who's gonna see your stuff.
Exactly, and that's I was always out too because of the same reason.
Yeah.
Because say like I would be out and like some people recognize me, they're like, hey, like, you know, come take a shot with us, blah blah. Yo nunca voy a decir, oh, ese güey, ¿quién es? You know, I'm always gonna be respectful. Ever since I was young, you know, my parents taught me respect, and everywhere I go, everywhere, you know, yo doy la mano, this and that, you know. So nunca quiero ver que soy el muy verga, you know.
Quieras decir que I'm not taking a shot with you, like,
exactly,
muy mamón, pues, que be like, nah, bro, I'm good.
Simón.
Like,
so I'm always, you know, like, hey, like talking to people, this and that. So like people that I didn't even know that knew me, they're like, hey, like, you know,
te conozco de aquí.
Simón, like, hey, like you're a dog, like, blah blah, like this and that, and like, and entonces, hey, do you want to play for us right now? Shit, okay, bet. So then así se van, you know, and like you said, you don't know who those persons know, you know,
or you don't know who's there.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, like, let's say que te avientes. Let's say you're at así que salgamos tú y yo and we're chilling y que diga, oh, well, shout out Carlos, así que vente a cantar y que alguien te escuche that you don't even know is there, and then they find you on Instagram. Hey, bro, I saw you do your thing, bro. I do this and that. Let's do something. Because you're like, damn, bro, like, I didn't even know that was you.
Simón.
You know, it's like the podcast, gracias a Dios, pues more people are seeing what I'm trying to do, and pues they're like, I like it, you know, and I'm like, I'm always trying to get better.
Yeah,
because if you don't get better,
oh yeah, there's always room for improvement.
Todo
and everything.
Todo, bro. Everything, like people that you know, people you hang out with. Sometimes you even gotta cut off some people that.
Oh, for sure.
So like, it's like life, bro. Like sometimes like you just see people and you're like, it's nothing personal, pero yo no veo esa ambición contigo that I need around me, pues.
Simón,
I need that circle where they're gonna motivate me. Like, hey, bro, you're slacking, bro. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, bro. Ponerme pilas as opposed to having a yes man. Is gonna be, tú echa desmadre, bro. Porque cuando shit hits the fan, contan. You're just like, yeah, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, man. Music, bro. Yeah, I know. Back to the music thing. What's next? I know you said you were done for a while.
Yeah, so I started after Vagos, I was done because I didn't have a job, you know. So I was like, no, you know, I'm gonna focus on, you know, getting a job and y pues, you know, chingándole, you know, because like I learned that music isn't always promised, you know.
Exactly.
So I was over here trying to like get my career going, you know. And then that's when my boy Jesus Alvarado, he was like, hey, like I have this guy, his name Luis. So shout out my boy Luisito, Luis Angel Escalera. And he was like, hey, like he wants a singer, you know, like he's good, you know, like let's jam one day. And I like nah, you know, like cause he had Luisito was trying to keep going with Cautela. That was first Alexis, Luisito, and my boy Rox, Danny.
Yeah.
So there were them three. Pero se deshizo, and then Luis was, you know, searching, you know. So then I was like, nah, like, you know, this was, I would say 2022.
Yeah.
Or 2021. Nah, algo así. 2022, creo. He was like, hey, like, you know, cálate, you know, let's get it, let's work. And I'm like, nah, like, let me get my job first, you know, because mi suegro, he had put me on with the plumbing company.
Okay.
So then I was like, nah, like, you know, let me get situated and then I'll let you know, you know. So then I got situated and así duró como por un mes. And then he was like, come on, he kept hitting me up, like, let's do it.
Let's jam, yes.
So I was like, all right, whatever, you know. So then we had everything, basically, we had all the sound and everything. So we're like, let's get it then, pues. So then that's when Cautela with me and Luis was fucking, like, it was popping, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, we started uploading videos and stuff. Y pegamos, güey, low key, like another blessing, you know, on a whole nother level.
I remember you sent me, like, a sample.
Yeah.
Of an EP that you guys were gonna fire.
Simón.
Estuvo chingón.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like, I remember when you sent it to me, and I was at the gym, and I'm like, oh, shit, you know, like, pues, when my boys do something, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I opened it, and I'm like, damn, this shit goes hard, bro.
Yeah, so we were recording in my basement. We were recording in my basement. You know, we liked how we sounded, and we're like, okay, cool. Pero we wanted it to be guitarras and tuba.
Okay.
So we had my boy Chepe. Shout out my boy Chepe. Ese güey, mis respetos. I think the best, you know, tuba player out here. Chepe is a dog, bro. Chepe is a dog.
¿Tiene grupo or?
Nah, he's just free agent, bro. He just helps everybody, bro. Ese güey sí tiene jale, güey. Yeah, that's how good he is, you know. He
can just be chilling y le van a hablar because they know how good he is.
Exactly. Like, he was living off music, you know, because you're always going to need a tuba player or a bass player, you know? So, and to be one of the best, you know, it's kind of like you're always going to have work. And he did. Like, sometimes like we would hit him up and say, oh, no, I'm booked. But like for like, I think like 5 months straight, we used him, güey. He would help us out. And y así nos fuimos conociendo and like everybody, like, no faltaba, güey. Every time we would be done with the gig, oh, toca bien chingón, like esto y lo otro, like, you know, and se siente bonito, you know, because all those years que estás chingando, you know, and for people to say, like, oh, like,
it's like a sense of accomplishment.
Yeah,
como
exactly,
I'm really doing what I want to do.
Mm-hmm. So we were getting a lot of work, güey, and we were getting a lot of work. So then we never had that third person. So we were always looking for that third person. Y pues no, and then we had to take pictures. So it was just me and Luis in the pictures. So then we're like, fuck it, you know, hasta que encontremos a alguien, we'll add him. Pero nunca, you know, nunca funcionó. Y we did record an album, güey. We recorded an album. Pero, you know, shit happened y pues
There's
no,
always things that people don't know about.
Yeah, and pues no, it wasn't, nunca salió. Pero
Was that the one you sent me?
It was an album for 10 songs. 10 songs, pero no, but I think those were the first recordings.
Yeah.
But we did record a whole album que we recorded 10 songs, but like 3 of them were popurrí, so it's like comes out to like 15 songs at the end of the day. So then we recorded that, and pues, you know, stuff happened in between the group, and you know, and it never dropped, and then we're like, damn, like I guarantee you that, you know, if it would have dropped, like that shit would have been, you know, I would have been still doing music.
You would have still been doing it?
Simón. So then I'm like, damn, you know? So then, no funcionó, yeah? And then that's when I think my boy Georgie from 608,
yeah,
es cuando falleció.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Cielo, yeah.
Simón. And that's when Georgie passed away, whatever. And 608 was looking for a requinto, you know? And pues Luis, they wanted Luis because Luis would always help him out when Georgie was sick or something, you know? So then, pues they wanted, you know, to get him as requinto.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, bro, like, you know, do you not
do
know
what
her
you gotta
feelings,
do.
you know? Yeah. So then es cuando my boy Luisito se fue con 608. So then it was back
to square one.
Back to square one. I'm like, damn, like, and I was like, and otra vez, güey, sí me agüité. I was like, damn, bro, like.
Because you're like, we had the CD, we were gonna drop it.
Exactly.
Ya tenías todo listo.
Yeah, we invested, you know, and we were like, damn, you know. So then, pues I was like, fuck it, you know, like, si no es,
no se hizo. Por algo no se hizo.
Por algo no se hizo. So then, pues le seguí chambeando where I was working it, and then I was like, nah, like, I'm gonna keep going with the name Cautela. So then, whatever, I hit up one of my boys. His name's Angel. Es hermano del Leo, the one that played with Los Leos, El Requinto.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're brothers, right? So then he used to play with me in Vagos. So I just hit him up, you know, just for shits and giggles. Hey, like, hey, you down to work again? He's like, I'm down. So then he's like, I got a guy. So then nos juntamos. And then nos juntamos. Y pues we're like, fuck it, let's do it, you know? So then I think it lasted, I would say like 3 months, güey. 3 months, so around May, güey. Es cuando empezamos, creo. So empezamos in May of this year. But then we got pregnant with my girl. So then I'm like, damn. Not that it was a bad thing, you know, but I was like, damn, like, realities, you know,
it's setting.
It's setting, and I need to do something, you know, to, you know, provide, you know.
You're like, es otra época en mi vida.
Exactly.
Pues.
So yo sí le chingué con el grupo for like, I would say, for like a whole 3 months straight, you know, and it was, you know, we were getting work, you know, and stuff. But like, I was enjoying music, but in the back of my head, I'm like, man, is this like what I really want, you know, for the rest of my life, you know?
And it's like you said, like, pues, you miss a lot of events.
Exactly.
You don't want to be there missing birthday parties, y Christmas gatherings. Pues it's the little stuff that people don't see.
Exactly.
Que like you miss out on a lot of stuff.
Y ya tenía tiempo que I was deciding on to leave music or not, you know? So it was just like me fighting in my head, you know? Like, do I really want it or do I not?
Yeah.
So then, pues yeah, we got pregnant, whatever. Y that's when I was like, damn, you know, like, I think I do want to leave music, you know? Maybe not for good, but for a meantime, you know? So I would have some weekends off because pues no, there wasn't a lot of gigs like that, you know? So then I was like, I was getting used to being home, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was kind of happy. Not that I wasn't happy with doing gigs, but I was like, damn, like, this is what a normal person's life is. You know,
que
like,
están ahí con mi esposa.
Exactly.
Yendo a comer, ordering food, stuff, the little things.
And like, I think, yeah, we would have our discussions, me and my wife. because she was always home, and she lives with me, you know. So I live with my parents, you know. We
Yeah.
live with my parents. So every weekend I was always out, and she was always home, you know. So it's kind of like I feel bad too, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel bad, and I was
Yeah.
like, man, like I would like to be home, you know, with her or
Vamos
with the
sacándola
family too.
ellas.
Yeah, exactly.
Cosas que ella quiere hacer.
Simon. So that, you know, was convincing me into, you know, leaving. So I think for the whole music career since we've met each other, like there were some discussions of, you know, you're always out, and you know these
You're
people are
always-
always with their boyfriends, and you know on weekends, and you're not, you know.
Or like if she feels like, yo, my friends are going on a date, and you're like, oh, I got a gig.
Or like family parties, you know, like of her part of her family.
Y luego también, pues ya sabes que la gente es bien mitotera, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like those little things that even though they know they're not true, it kind of just like a little bit like you're just like, damn, I wish he was here.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
it's when the little arguments turn and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that, bro.
so I was like, you know what? I hit up the guys. I'm like, hey, like, you know, I started a new job recently too.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. So I started a new job, and it kind of requires me to have my weekends off, you know, because it's like we're on emergencies. So a week we're in emergencies, which is like 24/7. So if I get a call to go to the building,
On call.
Yeah, on call. So I'm always on call, you know. So then, but I was always on call that week. I mean that year with Cautela.
Yeah.
With Lucito. So I was always like having problems with my job at the plumbing, because sometimes like I would be playing and they would call me like, hey, you know, be like, hey, you know, I'm playing, I can't go nowhere, you know.
Yeah.
So then, you know, so I didn't want to keep dealing with that, you know, especially with a new job, you know. So then I thought about it, you know, and I was like, okay, you know, ahora sí, like I'm a for sure, ya voy a dejar la música. And even my girl, you know, she's very supportive too, you know, and she was like, are you sure? Like, I don't want you to leave music. And I was like, no, it's not me leaving music.
Tú ya hiciste lo que tenías que hacer for the time being.
Yeah, I think I've accomplished everything, and I did what I did, and I'm happy that as much as I love music, I gotta love it, you know, afar, you know, like I have to
From a distance.
love it from a distance, basically. So then my girl was like, no, like, no, like, don't leave it. But I was like, nah, you know what? I've made my decision, and that's what I want to do. And you know, the baby's gonna come, you know, in 3 months. So I'm not gonna be out gigging and you're alone with the baby, you know. And I'm not gonna miss that time with my baby too. So that's what, you know, what really made me decide, you know.
Es como dijimos, God, that, you know, there's a plan for everything.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe later you'll get back into it, or maybe maybe your son will love it, bro.
No, for sure.
So you never know. Maybe your son will pick up right where you left off.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It was his legacy to continue it.
And I do wanna involucrar a mi hijo, you know,
And la
with
música.
music, because I would have loved my parents, because I picked up music ya como like at 13, you know.
Yeah.
13, 14. But I would have loved to
At a younger
age. So whatever, you know, my parents didn't do with me, like that I wanted to, you know.
You want to do it with your son?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it with my son. So I do, like, even my girl is like, she wants ya cuando tenga su edad, we do want to put him in like mariachi or like singing, you know, because I do want him to sing, like, honestly, la neta. Because I mean, I'm a singer, and like, low key, my girl be singing too, and she's really good at singing. Probably better than me, not gonna lie. For sure better than me. But she's a little shy, you know. So
you guys want to jam together?
Simon.
Type thing.
Yeah.
See, that's beautiful, bro. Like, a lot of people aren't willing to give that up. Like mis respetos a los músicos que tienen familias and they handle it, bro. Because me, pues, I don't have a family, but like, I just see the toll that it takes on somebody. So my respects for anyone that's not even just músicos, my respects to anyone that works a full-time job. My respects to anyone that works, that has time for their kids, their wife y todo, porque es otro pedo.
Yeah,
si uno apenas mismo se puede cuidar solo.
Oh, yeah.
And now when you pues, like you said, te tienes que poner pilas. You got it in the back of your head. You're like, nah, I'm taking care of somebody.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I want them to have a better life than I did. Like, even if I had a good life, I want them to live a better life than I did.
Yeah, for sure. So that's where I'm standing right now in my life, you know, which I think it's a beautiful thing, you know, because ahora sí ya, like, I've been an adult, you know, pero ahora sí I'm gonna be a dad, you know, and you know, it's a blessing, you know, but I do have to ahora sí, you know,
Ponerte las pilas, echarle las
ponerme las
trullas.
pilas and, start building that future, that I want my family to live.
Financial stability and
exactly,
all that.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's beautiful, bro. Like I said, pues, you guys are like the true definition of a love story that people want to live.
No, thank you.
I always tell people that. Like I've told like my sister, I've told my exes, like we said, it doesn't work out with times, but it's just like differences of opinions.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm pretty sure, like, let's say I get a girl and tell her I do a podcast, like, we're gonna be like, what's that, or stuff like that, or like, why do you always want to be out? But like I said, todo tiene que ser mutuo.
Yeah.
And like you said, what's wrong with this generation? I feel like this generation is just
everyone's on their own stuff.
Everyone thinks they're better off alone.
Yeah.
Until you actually sit back and you're just like, damn, it would be nice to have someone there apoyándote.
I think people too that's how people are. Not saying everybody's miserable, but I know a lot of people, that are struggling with themselves because, like they see like people in like good relationships, and yo siempre digo que, like, for some people, cuando tienes todo, no tienes nada because you're missing that person, and that's like, for me, gracias a Dios, I have, my wife, and she, she's been a blessing in my life, not gonna lie. And I think she's been a blessing in my life. She's been a blessing with my parents. It all correlates to itself,
Porque esa relación está bonito cuando tú sabes que toda la familia se lleva bien.
Yeah. So I think it's, everyone can find that person, and you will find that person. And
also, I feel like with relationships, it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of sacrificing.
Yeah.
So you can't ask someone for something and expect not them to ask for nothing back.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, let's take, like you said, little disagreements. All right, let's work through it. Let's not bash each other, because everything on social media, the shit I see on social media is crazy, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do you log into social media and you see people bashing each other, their baby daddies y todo. And you don't know the situation, but it's you should probably keep that
to yourself.
Porque la gente es bien mitotera. La gente quiere estar ahí al pendiente. Like, hey, bro, what happened with this? What happened with that? It's like, oh.
Yeah, and that's I think a lot of people have problems too, because, like you said, little disagreements, you're not willing to fix it or to work with it, So it's like you have a little disagreement. All right, fuck you, like, I'm done with you.
Yeah, like I want that to escalate now.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like you can't be like that, because you're not getting anywhere,
Exactly.
You're not getting anywhere in life. So I feel like, just give that person a chance, There's, I think in this world, in this life that we live in, chance is what we have and what we need,
Exactly.
So, like, we're giving each other chances, to be in your... Because honestly, una bendición. Thank you, bro.
No, bro. Cuando gustes.
This is my first podcast,
bro, yeah.
First podcast ever, and hopefully not my last. But I've always wanted to be in a podcast, and I've, I never got a chance to, pero thank you, bro. Like, I appreciate it.
Ya sabes, bro.
Appreciate it.
Ya sabes how we roll here, bro. It's like, como dije, tú eres una amistad chingona. Sí, like, I consider you, like, it's cool when I meet people, like, that I'm cool with, because it's just a better flowing conversation.
Yeah.
I even learned stuff about them that I didn't know, or that I wanted to learn more about. Like with the music thing, like, I knew you weren't doing it, but a mí no me gusta, like, like,
hey, like, you're not doing
it. Yeah, bro, like, or like, hey, bro, I just stopped doing it. Like, everyone has their reasons, bro.
Yeah.
Like, maybe at the end of this podcast, people are going, oh, why didn't you get them to sing? And like, what people need to know right now, I didn't bring them out here to sing. I brought them here to talk. Yeah, so it's like, like, a lot of people like, yo, get this person, bro. And it's like, aquí estamos para to have a good time, to give people advice. Shit, bro. Thank you for coming on, bro.
No, thank you.
Como tú dices, bro. It's like, we help each other out.
Yeah, for sure.
Later on, let's say hopefully this grows into a bigger platform. And you can say I was on that. Y yo digo, hey, bro, come back on, bro. Like, come back on, bro. Like, come on out. You were there when it started, bro. I'm never going to be one of those people that fame or, like, that stuff gets to your head.
Yeah.
Because that's disgusting, bro. I've seen it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen people que...
You see that shit every day.
Que ya te ven y que no te quieren pelar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And that's, a lot of people... That's how you get people to dislike you, And that's how... Like, people that are like that, it's kind of like, hey, like, I don't want to fuck with you, you know?
Exactly.
Like, but I mean, if people are fine being alone, then, you know, if that's what
you want.
Exactly, then that's what you're going to get, you know? So, like I always say, you give respect to get it back.
Exactly.
You know?
That's one of the biggest things for me, respect. Like, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what clothes you wear. I don't care about your house, your living situation. My parents always tell me, tú da respeto. Donde quiera que vayas, que te ofrezcan un vaso de agua, donde quiera que vayas, you know, tenles respeto a las personas que tomaron su día para invitarte. So it's like, cool, man. Like, thank you guys for what it is that you do. And yeah, bro, like, what advice, like, just to kind of wrap it up a little bit, what advice do you give to somebody that may be watching this, maybe our age, maybe younger, que quiere entrar a la música? Do you want to tell them that just know that it's like a full-time responsibility, that don't think it's going to be easy? I feel like a lot of people see it and they're like, nah, los músicos, they just party, they just drink and stuff.
No, sí.
Yeah, bro. Any advice you would give to someone that wants to start this journey or that?
Yeah, for sure. Creo que lo primero es que lo hagan porque lo aman. Porque, you know, you have to do it because you love it, you know? I've seen a lot of people that do it just for the money.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work like that, you know? Like, I personally love it, and I always said, like, if I could play for free, like, I'll play for free, you know? And, like, don't get me wrong, like, sometimes, like for family or, like, for, you know, for our boys or whatever, you know? Like, hey, like, I got you, wait, don't worry about it, you know? Because I know people don't, you know, they don't shit money, you know?
Yeah.
And I know we don't charge that cheap, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like you have to do it for the love of doing it. Y recuerden que todos podemos hacer lo que queramos.
Yeah.
Y todo se puede lograr, pero si le chingas, si le esfuerzas, and music is not easy, bro. It is not easy. It's not what it seems. So if you're willing to take that risk, then do it, because it's going to be the best thing that you've ever done in your life, to be honest.
Yeah, sure. Bro, it's a beautiful thing. Yo conozco muchos músicos. Like, there's a lot of músicos that aren't even, like, not known, pero que there's just so much talent here, bro. Like, me personally, a grupo that I met at Herradura when I did the whole thing with Secta, I met Hugo from Picudos, el cantante.
Yeah. Simón,
so, like, yo los conocía.
They're cool as hell.
So, yo los conocía.
Shout out Picudos.
Yo los conocía. Shout out to them, bro. Bangers. Yo los conocía, pero de una distancia, you know, where I would, like, their music would come out on my Apple Music, or, like, I would go to, like, Antigua, and they were already playing, y yo no me enfocaba mucho en lo que ellos estaban tocando, because, you know, when you're there to see a certain person, or you're there with your boys, estás en el cotorreo. When we did the whole thing at Herradura with Secta, yeah, I met Hugo, bro. Cool ass dude, bro. He told me, he's like, yeah, bro, ahorita estoy, like, enfermito, so I don't want to do, like, an interview with you, bro. I uploaded the thing on Facebook. He added me. We got in contact. He's like, bro, whenever. So it's just like I said, little things that matter. Que el respeto.
Yeah,
y you know, they always have my respect, pero, like, es otro pedo cuando they message you.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, like, people can be like, how you're a fucking groupie and shit.
Oh,
I've heard it.
Yeah,
you know, I've heard it. People be like, oh, you know, you kind of, like, you ride the wave, you dick ride para que these guys get on your podcast. It's like, nah, bro, like, I respect what they're doing. Like, si no me gusta tu música, shit. Like, even, like, 'cause music's hard, bro.
Yeah, and I think, you know, being in a podcast in general it's, you know, that's what everybody wants to do, you know, and especially for groups, you know, as you could help them get out there, they could help you get out there.
Exactly.
You know? So it's, you know, a lot, like you said, a lot of people are gonna say, que este güey lambe huevos, este y lo otro, pero you have to take that risk, and, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, you know, like, hey, like, you know, you want to be, you know, this and that. It doesn't hurt, bro, and that's what a lot of people don't get. But that's just the people that are hating, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's
like, oh, like, you know,
blah, like blah, me, blah. Like cuando, like we said, we both know a lot of people. Like, we know a lot of mutual people. Let's say I pull up to Antigua. I'm cool with Isidro. Yo nunca le voy a pedir algo, but like, hey, you want a shot? You know, and people see that, and they're like, who the fuck is this guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then they see you, and they're like, oh, este güey que es a dick rider. Like, bro, I don't care, bro. Like, end of the day, I love what I do. I love what I'm doing. like I said, I want to grow this into a bigger platform, bro.
For sure.
Eventually, I want to have like the hottest shit. Maybe like a year from now, vas a tener un grupo y te vas a querer presentar aquí. That shit will be raw.
Oh yeah,
for
sure.
me, like as an experience, I'll be like, damn, bro, like my boy came back into music. Or,
for sure.
bro, whatever it is you want to do, aquí es tu casa, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, anything else, bro? Quick notes, anything you want to... I always ask people if there's anything they want to ask me. Because I feel like you got to give and take in a podcast.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I think I'm going to add this because it's one of my proud moments, you know?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
When I went to go see Luis Miguel, güey. Bro, like... And I picked up Luis Miguel, like, last minute, way, because it was, like, I would say, like, 2018, way. I was kind of getting tired of corridos, just corridos.
Yeah, bro, it's like...
And, you know, I was like, damn, like, I need new music to listen. And Luis Miguel, he's always been played at, you know, family parties. And, like, you know, when I was little, I was always,
He's an icon, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Sí, es un ícono mexicano.
Yeah,
El Sol de México, como
El
lo
Sol de
dicen.
México, yeah. So then, like, I was tired of Mexican music, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to like jazz. So I was like norteño, but with sax with jazz, you know. And then there was a song called Suave, and I'm like, So I clicked on it, and it was Marito on the accordion, because Marito's dog, bro. Mi respetos para él. Ese güey toca todo, you know.
I didn't even know he was in Máximo Grado till like a couple years ago, bro. So like when I saw him with Vanguardia, then I'm like, oh shit, that's this guy.
So then whatever, right? I clicked it, and it was like a jam, you know, like I'm like, damn, like I've heard this song before, but I just don't know who, you know. So then I looked up the song's name,
the beat, yeah.
Y salió Luis Miguel, and I'm like, oh no shit. So then after that, nonstop, to this day I listen to. There's not a day in my life, well, for these past years, that I don't listen to Luis Miguel, every day, Were
you starstruck cuando salió?
Yeah, for sure,
Like, te quedaste así, like...
And to be honest, like, I started listening to Luis Miguel, pero I never went, like, I was never like, oh, I'm gonna go to his concert, because I wasn't really involved in Luis Miguel that much, you know. I was just jammed to him, you know. So 2018, he was coming, he was on a tour. 2019 también, but I never even paid attention, you know. So I was like, cool, you know. So then, cuando anunció su 2023 tour, I was like, damn, you know, I have to go. Y pues mi suegro, he loves Luis Miguel too, you know. So it's just me, like in las pedas, me and him always, you know, jamming, Simón. So then, I think los boletos salieron el 5 de mayo, I think. So, bro, we bought those tickets, and when we got there to see Luis Miguel, it was a whole different, you know, like, como ambiente, you know, like a whole different
as opposed to what you're used to.
Exactly. So then I'm like, damn, like, you know, like Luis Miguel, I'm fucking see my idol, like, it's, you know. So then I'm waiting for the concert to start, and someone taps my back, and I look, and he's like a young kid, you know, like probably like in his 20s maybe. And then he was like, hey bro, like, tú tocas en Cautela, ¿verdad? And then like me, like I was already drunk, low key, and I was like, oh shit, like it just struck me, you know. And I was like, damn, like, you know,
it kind of just hit you.
And then I was like, Simon. He's like, no, you're a dog, blah blah. And we shook up, you know, and like, hey, keep doing, you know, what you're doing, blah. So then I was like, damn, like, and my girl was next to me. She was like, look, like, don't you feel like proud of yourself that you're coming to see your idol, and you get recognized? Yeah, you get recognized, you know. And I think that's like one of the moments, like, me as a musician and like anybody else, you know, need to appreciate it, you know.
Oh yeah, bro. It must be a beautiful feeling.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because, you know, it's like you're there to see your idol, boom, you get recognized, and it's like, damn, like I don't even know what to say, you know.
Yeah.
But and even my girl told me for sure add this in the podcast, so that's why I brought it back.
That's why you're like, wait, hold on.
For sure.
Shout out to your wife also, Claudia. Siempre una buena persona when we stop by. She's always a real cool person when she stops by the store también.
For sure.
Siempre agradable, y bendiciones para ustedes en todo lo que viene.
Okay, thank you for Torito, because She was a little alcoholic right now. She's struggling to, to go 9 months without drinking.
Yeah,
But
I'm pretty sure cuando de eso, güey, se carga el bebé porque
for
sigo
sure.
yo. Yeah, bro, it's like I've had people go to the store. Hey, bro, you do a podcast, right? It feels cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like people that are in the back, they're like, like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? Like some guy came up the other day, hey, we're sick. I'm like, what? He's like, aren't you with them? I'm like, oh no, I do a podcast, bro. They're like, oh, I thought you were. No, I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, they're my boys, bro. Man, I know them. Shout out to them. But yeah, bro, no, pues como dije, thank you for coming on, bro. It's long fucking overdue. Long overdue.
Sure,
thank you for sharing everything that you knew. That you know about the music industry. Think maybe people watching this are gonna be like, I picked up on that because of him y todo eso. So, mil gracias, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Sabes que tú eres para mí un hermano y
Salud
te aprecio
por eso,
y te quiero
bro.
un chingo.
No, I love you too, bro.
Cualquier cosa, ya sabes que estamos al putazo a la orden. And yeah, bro, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys, my boy Carlos. If you guys want to check out his work, music-wise, is there anything, what would you tell for them to look up? If there's one thing that they want to say, I want to hear this guy sing. That's what I was going to ask you.
I do be posting a lot and on my Facebook. I always posted videos.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to post a lot lately on Instagram. I recently changed my my Instagram name, so let me get it for you guys.
Yeah.
So you guys,
we'll add it down in the description also.
Simon.
Yeah.
So it's Charlie_Alvarado 37.
Charlie.
So I have all my life, all my events, they're in my, I like to share my events with everybody, so cuz maybe like I inspire, my relationship and my life, I inspire other people,
Yeah.
So ahí está para que lo vayan a checar. Thank you so much, Alex, and you already know, siempre humilde, always humble. Let's get it.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming in. Ahí los vemos para la próxima.
And shout out my boy, Mateo, producer.
Yeah, always the guys behind the ones and twos. You guys can't forget it. This shit's stressful. But for him, woo! Salucita. Thank you guys. All right.